welcome back to Ask Tracy TTV. I have a very special guest with me today and I'm so excited about it. Okay, so one of the questions that I'm sure many of you have, and a question that I know that I've gotten on multiple occasions is, I want to write a book, how do I get started? Now, I've never written a book, I've never published a book, so I thought that I would bring one of my clients who happens to be an authority on writing and publishing books. This is NICOLYA'S.
Hey guys, I'm so excited to be here.
So, I'm basically just going to ask her some questions that are probably going to help you with writing and publishing your book. And so yeah, Nicola, do you want to tell them a little bit about yourself?
Sure, I'm NICOLYA'S, as she already stated. First, let me say that I'm sick, so I sound a little congested, but I'm still excited to be here, so I'm still going to put my best foot forward. Anyways, I'm a personal development coach for busy women, helping them to conquer their chaos. And one of the main things that I work on is I help women to overcome the busyness to be able to accomplish their #1 goal of writing a book. So we work on those skills, and I'm really excited to share those with you guys.
And I'm excited because she is all the way here from
Columbus, Ohio.
And we're in Miami. We're actually in her hotel room right now because she came down to the Flourish Media Conference and to do one of my full-day masterminds. So I'm excited that I actually get the opportunity to film with her like in the same room.
In person is so awesome.
It is, because I never get to see like my clients. I have an online business and I'm an online coach. So whenever I get a chance to interact with my clients, it's always awesome. So I'm glad that I get to have her even on my YouTube channel.
I am so excited, Tracy. Thank you.
Okay, so Nicola is a published author. She's written a book. She's published it. Tell us about your book.
Sure, of course. My book is called Quick Tips for Busy Women. I published it at the end of October, and it's an awesome book just for women that have become overwhelmed, women that wear multiple hats. I'm sure many of you can relate. You're a mom, you're a wife, you're an entrepreneur, you're an employee. You have all these things that you're supposed to do, but still deep down inside, you still want to have these other things that you want to accomplish. Various goals, just things like that. And so in the book, we touch base on ways that you can overcome that busyness and actually be productive on the things that matter.
And Nicola is actually a mom.
Yes,
right?
I am.
And she also has her own business as a personal development coach. So she's super busy. And she's also getting her doctorate as well, right? So she is really extra busy, and she still had time to write her book. And how long did it actually take you to write your book?
To write my book was 2 months from start to finish. But that was one of those things I was really dedicated to. So yeah.
Right, and that's amazing, because how many people are like, oh, I want to write a book and blah, 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 I don't know, what to do. So what would you say for people who want to write a book but don't get started, what would you say is like their biggest hindrance? Is it time? Is it something else? And even if it's time, like what's the biggest misconception?
The biggest misconception is that I don't have time. You see, everyone has time for the things that matter. And so you have to really determine if that thing is really a priority, because if it's not, then you won't have time for it. But once you make it a priority, you'll make the time for it, and it'll all fall in place.
That's true. It's so true. Like, prioritize what your desires are. I think that's so important. Yeah. And when it comes to writing a book, like, do you think that, how does one know if they should write a book? Like, they have this story they want to tell. Like, how do they know if like book writing is for them?
That's a wonderful question, and I hear that all the time. You can tell if book writing is for you if it's an idea that's never left. Like, I remember being young and saying, oh, I want to write a book, and then the idea kind of faded to the back of my mind. I never really did it, and then all of a sudden it pops back up. And then I kind of push it aside because I'm like, oh, I'd rather go to school, or oh, I'm focused on parenting or work. Then the idea pops back up. And so the idea just kind of never leaves. You can also tell if you're supposed to write a book if you have a message that you know multiple people need to hear. That was one of the things that I did, is that when I started my coaching business, I realized that everyone couldn't afford one-on-one coaching or group coaching, but I knew that there was information that I needed to share with the masses. I felt like that was my message. And so I knew a book was a quick way to get my book in the hands of multiple women in an affordable way and still get them the skills and just the information that I knew that they could benefit from.
I think that's a really good point. There's a saying, and I say it all the time in like webinars, but it's the saying says, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear.
Yes, I love it.
And sometimes the teacher appears in the form of a book. Like, we don't know what we don't know. We don't know what we want in life. We don't know anything. We don't know where to start. But a book, I think, is like a great place.
It's a perfect place.
Yeah, and like she said, if you have a message that you want to share, and if you're introverted like us, right, like we're introverted people, and sometimes you just want to get the message out there, in a way that is acceptable to a lot of people, and I think that's true what you said.
Exactly.
Just books are so great for that. And so for somebody who wants to get started, they're like, okay, I'm doing it, I'm writing this book.
Yep.
What is like the #1 tip you can give them?
So the #1 tip that I would give someone who wants to get started on writing their book is kind of twofold. So determine if that is really a priority. Start to think about like how important is it to you, because remember earlier I stated if it's not a priority, you won't make time for it. And then that kind of goes with it is to really focus on getting rid of those things that have gotten in your way before. So what are the small time suckers? A lot of times we don't realize that we all have these little tiny time suckers in our lives that we think are okay. Maybe it's checking social media. Maybe it's watching, TV. Maybe it's just resting on the couch and staring at the ceiling. I don't know what your time suckers are, just an idea. But we all have these little time suckers, and when you identify what they are, you can start to eliminate them, therefore freeing up a ton of time to dedicate to the things that are a priority. And so I would really focus on identifying if this is a priority for you right now. And that's something you have to determine within yourself. But if it's a priority right now and you are like, I can't wait another moment, I need this book published. If that is a priority, that would be the #1 step, would be to determine those distractions and figure out how you can start to eliminate those.
That's really good. And I know a lot of you guys watching are probably like, yep, I want to write a book. So I know Nicola has created something really special.
Yes. So if you are one of those people that's like, okay, I have this book inside of me, it's buried inside of me, I got to get this message out, I'm ready to get started, sign up. And the link will be down below in the comments that you guys can click and sign up for that.
Yeah, and I thought that's super important and just helpful and so nice of her to do. Like, okay, she knows lots of other people want to write a book. She's not just like selling her book, which a link to her book will also be down below.
Yeah.
If you're a busy woman and you need tips to get your life together, she's going to be your girl.
Yes,
so I'm going to
ma'am.
put a link to her book down below, but I'm also going to put a link to that free, it is free.
So I'm just giving tons of information, tons of nuggets, because I want you guys to get started. Like, I feel like there was so much information, and when I started my book writing process, I did a lot of research and I was bouncing all over the place and I was asking questions, and I felt like it would be beneficial to just kind of compile it all with a bunch of information to share with you guys. So it's so valuable, I promise, guys.
And then you can really get started writing this book, and then on your way to publishing it, being a published author. I mean, it's a great way to build a platform.
Definitely.
Some people, videos, they love videos. Some people love books, right? Or some people love blogs. But if you are a book person and you're like, I need to be an author, I want to be an author, I desire to be an author, it's inside, then not download, you're going to sign up for that. I want to say that this was awesome. I hope you guys really liked this little video that we're doing just to help you guys out, because I know that there's a lot of you out there, like I said, who want to write books, and so I thought this was the best way to like help you guys. So thank you, Nicola, so much.
Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate you inviting me.
Love you.
Such awesome. Love you so much, and thank you guys for watching. I look forward to seeing you published authors on the other side.
Thank you, guys.